Hello everyone, hope you're doing well. In this video, I'm going to talk about one of the capability or feature set, which is a part of Entra ID, right? Which is something which is setting up a two-factor authentication by default on certain number of roles within Entra ID, right? Now, you might be wondering that, or you might have seen that whenever you create a brand new tenant, it is automatically enforcing all those administrator account to go onto the two-factor authentication, right? Without that, it does not allow that respective account to bypass it and then log into the any applications or services, right? So that is the setting which I'm going to show you, and that is pretty straightforward, which is not allowing even administrator account or the person or the account who has or which has a full privilege to make the changes on the tenant level, because that account or that policy or setting is something which is set by Microsoft by default, and that setting is going to be enabled as soon as you create a new tenant, right? And that setting is going to be enabled active since the tenant is created until and unless that account has all of those roles and permissions which we would see, right? So without wasting much time, let's jump on to the demo and I'll show you what is the option where we can see that. And you really don't have any option to change that setting at all, but still you should know it and how it is considered or how it is been enforced the two-factor authentication on privileged roles like Entra ID or SharePoint admin roles or any other administrator roles across the tenant, right? So I'll just share my screen and show you how we can just go through the settings or the option which I'm talking about. All right, let's go ahead. So you can see that I'm on a Entra ID portal, and over here under the protection, and it's under the password resets. So once we are here, and the policy which is over here, which is administrator policy, right? So you would see it here, which is something like this. You can see that self-service password reset is enabled, right? Now this is something which is enabled for tenant wide, right? So we can go ahead and enable that and maybe make the change, right? So this is something which we have enabled it for whole tenant from over here, right? And then other options which you can see number of methods reset to required to reset, right? Which is two, right? Method available to administrators, including email, mobile number, mobile phone, office phone, mobile app code, or mobile app notifications. So these are the different methods that each administrator can set up, right? And you can see that there is no edit button or edit settings or any options over there. And if you wanted to know more and learn more about this one, definitely there is one of the guide as well, which is this one, right? Which talks a bit about it, which says administrator reset policy differences, and it gives the real details about how this policy behaves when it comes to the account where it has administrator privilege or permissions, right? And you can see that the to get policy applies to the following circumstances, or these are the different roles where to get policy automatically been applied without creating any additional policy, right? So this policy is going to be applied to all of these roles, right? And these are the roles including bill admin, authentication, application, cloud admin, and you can see there are a lot many roles available over here. Even it includes the global administrator role as well, right? So we really don't have to make any changes, or we don't have any control or way over there, because this setting is fully managed by Microsoft and Microsoft Entra ID service, right? So we don't have any capability, any way, any method to change it. And this is going to be created and set as soon as we are creating a brand new tenant and when the account has appropriate permissions to it, right? So this was the straightforward, and definitely this document or the hyperlink which redirects over here You can go through this one and it is going to give you the complete details about it. And in order to disable SSPR, definitely there is a way for us, but SSPR, even if we disable the SSPR, it does not impact the administrator capabilities of multi-factor authentication or two-factor authentication, because if we disable the SSPR, that means administrator and any other users won't be able to reset the password. So that's completely different service out of this policy or out of this category of enforcing two-factor authentication, right? So this way we can disable it as well, right? So this is something which I wanted to talk about and show you. And as I said, there is no custom configurations or there is nothing much, as we as an administrator or global administrator does not have any other option to make changes or configurations over here, but still it is pretty straightforward and it is going to help and to know at least what is enforcing real administrator account or privileged admin account to enforce or go through the two-factor authentication policy, right? So this is that policy or this is that configuration which is by default configured in the tenant, right? So yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about and show you. And this was pretty straightforward and quick video, but it was worth knowing it and learning about this one, right? Hope you learned something. Also, don't forget to like this video and share it to your friends and people around you so that they can also know about this capability, as they might not know how the administrator account gets the two-factor authentication without creating any custom policies, right? And even custom policies are also be effective in that way, but that should not be the problem. And even if we don't want to enforce custom policies on administrator account, then this custom or this pre-built configuration is going to be the one which is going to keep secure those privileged accounts, right? And don't forget to share this video as well. Also subscribe to the channel so that you will get to see every new video whenever it is uploaded, right? So yeah, that's all for this video. Thanks for watching and bye for now.